Yes, sir.
Can you see whiteboard right now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So how I have given, this is one outer field set. Okay, I'm not writing properly. So this is inner two field set. Is it available like this or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now this is outer field set. This is outer field set. This content to inner field set. If you write to inner field set in outer field set, what happened? These both will display one after other, but not side by side. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You can see like this. If you want to shift this one to this side, you need to consider these two field set as a table. Okay. So first
Yes, sir.
you need to create a table. So table. Okay. Least bother about whether it is field set or any element. So when you see this one, how many columns you can see? How many columns of data you can see? Please wait.
2 columns.
Right?
2 columns.
లేదు నిన్నుండే ఫ్రైడే మార్నింగ్ పంపించాను. Okay, sorry for the disturbance, guys. Right. So here you have seen like this. Just think like this. So this is one table. You need to write this table. So this is the table. This table contain only one row with the two columns. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. So what you do? So this is one table row started and one table row closed. Under this table row, I have two table datas. First table data is left field set program, set script, and table data. And the second one, another table data, right side field set. Is it clear? Is it clear or any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Hello, someone asked.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so write like this, it will clear. Okay, wait. So I will share my screen one more time. Right. So these things we have seen in previous class, and today's class we will go for CSS. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. Okay, so we will learn what is the advantage of this one and what is the drawback with it. Here, even you go for this Cascading Style Sheet, you write only HTML program. You write HTML program, but you use this CSS inside this HTML. Okay, so by using that, what is the advantage we will get? I will tell you. See, using your HTML, okay, using your HTML, you cannot design good or well-formed HTML, well-formed web pages. Okay, so good representation web pages you cannot implement by using basic HTML. Okay, but and even you capable, okay, but which will take long time to create that one. Okay, so to overcome that problem, we are introducing the CSS. Okay, so I will show you some drawbacks also. I will show you some drawbacks with HTML, and we'll get that one using the CSS. But first we will learn with the basic things, and we will go for advantages. So HTML, using this HTML, you can't design well representation web pages. So that we are introducing CSS. What that CSS contain? Only presentation it will give. only presentation, how your data or information want to be present on your browser window. That properties is given by CSS, and this CSS is embedded. Embedded code means you write this code inside this HTML. Okay, you write this code inside this HTML. So right now we don't know how to write them, so we will see one after other. So before writing, you should know the syntax, how to write this syntax. If you know the syntax, then learning CSS is very simple. Okay, CSS stands for cascading style sheet. So what does it do? It will give additional features to HTML. Okay, why it is giving additional features means by default this HTML does not have that capable. So to give that capability to your HTML, we are going for additional features. That additional features can be given by your CSS. Okay, and what does this CSS do? It is only style sheet language which describe how your document want to be display on your browser. Okay, so this is the basic purpose of CSS. So when you write this one, you can understand how to write this one. And when you introduce the CSS to your HTML, we will get more advantages. See, I will show you this advantages list, and we will learn this. I will show you these all advantages with proofs. Okay, for each advantage, I will show you proof. See, I will tell you what is the first advantage. It will save the time. Okay, when you introduce CSS in HTML, which will save the time. Save the time means most of the part we will get reusability. By using this reusability, we will get the save time. What is meant by reusability? Reusability. We will define only once, use multiple times. Okay, we write the CSS property only once and use multiple times. Then will you get to implement a time? Will you get less time to implement that program or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you are writing only once but using multiple times. Then obviously it will get what we call, you can implement that one easily. Then automatically timing will be saved. Okay, and easy maintenance. So this easy maintenance again coming under the same saves time only. So I will tell you one case study for this one. I will show you this all with proofs later, but I will tell you the advantages. How do you get this all? So easy maintenance. So what I said just now. So I have one document. So I hope this color is not clear to you. I will share another screen. Right. So save time, how did you get save time? I have written only once, used multiple number of times. So obviously I have get the saving time. Next, easy maintenance. What is mean by easy maintenance? So easily you can maintain this one. So I will tell you. See, I have given this document and this what we call that type of this color is red. Okay, for that entire text for this component and the another component and another component, we have these three. And as a beginner level, I have written red color to this text. Red color to this text, and I have designed this one. And how many times I have written? So give text color as red, like that I have given, and I have used this property thrice. Now I want to change this color, red color to green color. Red color to green color. Do I need to modify these three places? Do I need to modify these three places? No need. I will modify only one place. This can be reflected in three places. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
How did you get save time? I have written only once, used three times. So obviously you get one advantage, that is saving time. And here what I did, So I have given these 3 text colors as red, but my superior said that please change this red color to green color. So at that time, do I need to modify it at these 3 places? No, I will
No.
change only one place which can be reflected on these 3 pages. So here, easily maintaining or not? So maintenance
sir.
is easy. You are changing only one place, but reflecting multiple places. So obviously you will get the easy maintenance and faster loading. Faster loading means this is get the advantage. So here, very simple thing. If you write the same property 3 times, if you write the same property 3 times, okay, again reusability concept only. I have written this property for the first line, second line, and third line. Okay. So 3 times your browser is to understand same role or not. 3 times your browser is to understand same role. But if you write 1 time, how many times it understands that concept? How many times you understand that concept? Your browser can understand. Only 1 time or not? See, is it clear? See, faster loading. Faster loading means, so your browser need not to read the same content multiple times. Only 1 time read, and once it is scanned, then this property will be, same thing will be repeated. So is it waiting to read another part? No need. So that is the reason why your browser will load very fastly. And platform independent. So platform means different platform can understand the CSS properties. See, different platforms is nothing but, so now you are using Windows. Okay. Some of your friends can use Linux platform. Okay. So like that, I have different, and some another can use Ubuntu operating system. This is another, but these both are belonging to Linux group only, Linux family only. So when you go for these 3 platforms, these 3 platforms can understand one common functionality, that is CSS. Okay, I will tell you one simple example also. See, if you want to access any web page, basically you can access from web server only. So all the things are reside in servers or not? All the things are reside in server or in your machine only?
Server.
Buy new system. You buy new system and you want to open your mails. Okay, then you open Gmail. So before, when you buy your new system, is your Gmail application entire thing present in your computer? No, just
No.
you have only browser. Using that browser, you are accessing the relevant information from the server. The relevant information from the server. So is this server's operating system and your operating system both are same? We don't know. Yes or no? So it may be in Windows environment, it may be in Linux and Linux. So all your servers operating systems and your operating systems both are same or different? So in the real world, lakhs, billions of people using laptop. Okay, all people's laptops operating system is same or different? Same or
Different,
different? Huh?
different.
Different. These all people can access that Gmail page from server or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that server has implemented using CSS. That CSS file can access by these all computers or not? Yes, it is possible, because which is platform independent. So when it is platform independent, that application can be understood by any platform. Next, multi-device compatibility. Multi-device compatibility means mobile devices and tablets and your laptops and notebooks. These all are different devices and every device having its own architecture. Okay, your mobile device architecture and your computer device architecture, are they both same or different?
Different, sir.
Different. So mobile functionality is different and your laptop or desktop system functionality is different. Okay, but you can you access this Gmail page in your mobile and your laptop or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So means this Gmail, for example, this Gmail has used CSS. So everything using CSS, without CSS, no web page will be created. Okay, I will show you whether CSS are present or not. Okay, using web pages, I will show you one real-time example web page. And so these multiple devices can access your Gmail. Okay, so that is the reason why we are saying that the CSS is also provides one of the advantage, that is multiple device compatibility. Compatible means all can access. And superior styles to HTML. Just now I said, so because of this one only we are introducing CSS. This HTML does not have superior style representation. To give that superior style representation to your HTML, we are using CSS. Now our job is to learn this one, how to give superior styles to your HTML. Then immediately while you learning this one, you can understand whether your HTML give this save time, easy maintenance, faster loading or not. So I can't show this one with proof, but logically I will show you whether it is faster loading or not. And see, this one is, these are the advantages we will see, and we will go for how to write this CSS in HTML. So before starting the CSS, first you should aware of three things. One is inline cascading style sheet, and next one is internal, and next one is external. And we will learn these all one after other. Now I will teach you these all. So before that, you should know how to write syntax for this CSS and how to use them, and what is the drawback you get using inline style, inline CSS, and how do we solve by using internal, and what is the drawback. It is not drawback, guys. So to get some advantages. Okay, so what are the limitations of limitations? Limitations is the correct word. So inline style sheet having some limitations. To overcome that limitations, we will go for internal. Even internal having some limitations. So to overcome that, we will go for external CSS. We will learn these all one after other. So for that, I will go for one notepad and I will write the code. So this is our PTT. Oh my God, previous programs has closed. So I will create new one. New text document, and I will open this one. So first I will write basic structure. Wait, it has not opened, right? Yes, basic structure of HTML less than HTML, and it has closed HTML, and which contain how many basic subtags?
Head and body.
Very good. And head has closed, and body tag, body, and body has closed. BO, DY. Yes, this is basic structure. And this head tag, one more subtag, which is
Title tag.
Very good. Title. This title is CSS introduction. Title tag. So this is the way, this is the basic program. Initially, I will save this program. Next, we will add the CSS one after other. Right. File, save as, and I want to save this one using PTT folder desktop and PTT This file name is so a.html, or I will write css intro introduction.css, not css, html. And while saving, you need to change it to alt files. And next, you click on save button. So this has saved with .html. Next, I want to see its response on my browser. So just double click on this one. You can see the response. So what it print? Nothing it will print. I did not write anything reside HTML. So which does not print anything. So this is my response window. And this is my HTML code. And I will add something. This is hi dear or hi SR University. UNIVERSIT University. So I will save this one, and if I update this one, I can see this text, right, friends? And how I want to change this color. I want to change this Hi SR University to red color. Can you tell how to write that one in HTML?
Using font tag.
Very good. So less than font, color equal to red, color equal
R
to red.
color spelling, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma. Thank you. Color red, and at the end I will use font FONT, and I have saved this one. So is it changed or not? So
Yes,
this is the way you have written earlier. Now I want to display this one in bold and very large size. Then what you did? You have written H1 tag. Yes or no? You have written H1 tag and H1 tag, like that you have written, and I have saved this one, and I will see the response. So this is the way it has printed. So this much code you have written in HTML. This is the way you have to write in HTML. So I will tell you the same thing how to write in CSS, using CSS. If you want, see at the beginner level, you feel it has somewhat difficult, but if you write this one multiple times, you feel it is very easy. Okay. So when I go for CSS, I said that we have three types of CSS. First one is inline. So I will tell you these all one after other styles. So I am unable to write this one properly. Please understand this, my language. So I will use text. So types of CSS. So first one is inline, and second one is internal, and third one is external. Okay, we will learn these three one after other. So before starting inline, we need to know the syntax, how to write this syntax. So syntax for inline is, so inline syntax. So this everything present in what is that, your PPT, but I don't want to show that PPT. We need to learn everything one after other. So inline. What is meant by inline? In the same line. Okay. In the same line, I need to assign CSS property. We will see how to write. So first, element name. So any element name. So which can be applied for any element. So what is mean by element? Element is nothing but any tag. Or for your convenience, I am writing tag name. Tag name. And every HTML tag, when if you want to write CSS, every HTML tag having one common attribute, that is style. Okay, I did not tell this style attribute while you learning HTML, because you won't use this style attribute in HTML, but if you want to learn CSS, this style attribute is the mandatory attribute. Okay, without style, you can't give CSS property to your element. style style equal to, and you need to give your CSS property at here. CSS property, and the data which you want to be displayed in this format, you need to give that one, and you need to close this tag. This is this one. This is the way I have to write. Next, how can I give this property, CSS property? So just a property name colon property value. Is it clear? So how do we give? Tag name followed by style attribute. The style attribute can use for any element in your HTML. And you need to give the properties like this, and your properties, entire properties is to be enclosed in between double quotes, and property name and property value. Property name and property value. So like this you need to assign. See here, this is under inline we have. So when you have only one property, for element, so you need to write like this: style property name colon, so use colon. Okay, see, follow this syntax, and property value. So property spelling. Okay, thank you 1173. This is just only syntax, PROPERTY property. Thank you 1173. And for example, next, for example, I want to assign multiple properties to my common information. So when we want to apply multiple properties to my tag or element, okay, I will tell you the syntax. So less than tag name style equal to, so property 1 colon value. Next, I want to give another property 2 colon value, and these two are differentiated by using semicolon. Okay, so I want to give another property. How can I give? Follow to this
Again
one.
using semicolon.
Very good. Semicolon and PROP. So PROP property 3 and colon value. Like that, how many properties you want to give, that many properties you can give. Property n colon value, and you need to enclose this one greater than, and information which you want to be displayed on your browser, and you need to close that tag. Is it clear? Writing inline CSS. So how many? So among in CSS we have 3 types. First one is inline, next one is internal, next one is CSS. Among that, I said how to write inline. So inline means in the same line. So when you write tag, in the same line you are giving property. This syntax is said to be inline CSS, and this property will applies to this data. And how much, what is the end of this property assigning? Means until this tag has closed. Okay, where this tag has closed, that property will close. Okay, so this is the way you need to write inline CSS. Okay, so I will remove this one. This thing present in your PPTs. So here, when it is one property, style equal to property value text, I have written text, both are same, and HTML tag. Okay, and the same thing will be repeated for this one. Now I will see how to write this one. So this is how you have written this one. to print your text in red color with maximum size. So H1 tag you have used, and you have applied font. You have written one more font tag, and you have written color and value as a red, and you have closed font tag, and you have write H1 tag. Now you understand how to write this one. So H1 tag, this is my tag, and hi SR University, and H1. I have closed this one. So for this one, what I need to do, guys? Okay, so when I write this one and I will see the output, so what happens? This will be displayed for like this. Hi SR University. So what is the difference between these two? What is the difference between this? Just a color is changed. Okay. So previously, how did you write this color? You have used font attribute. Sorry, what is this? Font tag and color attribute, and you have used red color property. But I won't go for such type of writing. So I won't introduce new more element. So I will go for CSS. How do I write CSS? Style equal to colon. So like that I have written. Next, one more thing, property. So CSS property, you need to give like this color. To change the color, you need to go for color property. I will tell you all the properties. We have different types of properties, but basic as a beginner level, I will introduce 2 to 3 basic properties, and using that we'll learn this all type of CSS. Color, I want to change this color to red. Just what I did, I have used a style attribute, color and red. That's it. Okay. No need to write separate element. I have saved this one, and I will see the response. So is it applied or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. See friends, if you go for this, understand these two logically. Here, how many elements I have used? See, to write this one, how many elements I have used? Elements means tags. How many tags I have used? Sorry. How many tags are present in the first line? 2 tags. First one is H1 tag and next one is font tag. And how many attribute I have used it here? How many attribute I have used?
Color attribute.
Color. How many?
One.
One attribute, 2 elements. But when you go for this, see how many elements you have written?
One.
How many attributes you have used?
One.
So did you reduce one element or not?
Yes, sir.
When it is reduced one element, your browser can understand somewhat faster than this one or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So is it some load will take very fastly or not?
Yes,
it will
sir.
load some faster or not?
Yes, sir.
Understand logically, guys. Understand logically. Okay. So this is the way you will get some advantage. This is one advantage. And when you write multiple times, you will get another one. So this is, you understand how to write when you want to write one property. Next, another I am writing. So I want to add background color. Okay. I want to change this background color to some other color. Means green color, blue color, like that. So see how to write this one. Same H1 element. Hi SR University, and it has enclosed with H1. It has completed, and when I see its output, what happens? I can see only hi SR University. See, I will close this one, guys. Right. I can see hi SR University. Now I want to change this color to red color. Then what I do? I won't write another tag. Style equal to color and color as red, and I want to give another property, that is background color. I will tell you these all properties later, but I am introducing 2 to 3 different attributes to understand these all concepts well. Background color, I want to change this color to some other color. Means
Yellow.
very good, yellow. Yellow, and I need to enclose this one. Is it correct way or anything to write? Here, is it completed?
Semicolon.
Yes, I need to differentiate these two properties using semicolon. And at the end, if you want to write, you can write. I least bother about that. But as a good programmer, you need to write this one. Okay. So I have used this one, and we'll see the response in our HTML browser. Yes, is it applied or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it has applied to entire this line. So I will tell you how to change this to only this SR University later. But right now, can we change the background of the text or not?
Yes, sir.
But did you learn this concept in HTML? Using basic HTML, I did not tell this one because you will take long time to do this one. But adding this one attribute, which is very faster to write or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is the way I have applied. Next, guys, so this thing you need to write when it is one attribute, when it is multiple attribute. It is clear. Now we will go for a second concept. What is the second concept? This is what type of CSS?
Inline.
Inline. So among these, which are inlines? 1 or 2 or 3? So among these 3 lines, which are coming under CSS?
3. 2 and 3.
Second one is CSS and third one is CSS. But when you go for second line, how many properties it has? Only one property. Okay, but when you go for third line, which contain multiple properties, 2 is nothing but multiple or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, now we will go for second concept, that is, and what type of CSS they are?
Inline.
Why I am saying it as, why you are saying this as inline? Because in the same line, I have written this property, and this property can applies to only this line, which never applies to this line and this line. Okay, that is the reason why we are calling this one as the inline CSS. Now I will write one thing. So paragraph. Now I have changed from this. I will introduce one more property, that is font size attribute. Font size property. So paragraph. This paragraph having style, and this is SR University. UNIVERSITY University, and paragraph has closed. And one more paragraph, same thing I want to write this one. Second time and third time. So I did not apply any properties. So I did not write anything. So how it displays? So basic SR University lines will display. SR University, SR University, SR University. It has printed like this. See, I want to change this color to red. All these 3 want to be changed to red. So color is red, and COLO or color is red. This thing we have written earlier. Color is red. Okay, we'll see this output. Yes, all are changed to red color, and I want to give its background color BACKGROUND. Background color is green, and this one background color is green. And one more thing, background GROUND background color is green. Now what happens if I see this output? You can see
color spelling.
Color
spelling in first line.
What happens? Where?
COLR.
Okay. Thank you. COLOR. So we'll see. Yes, all background colors has changed. Now I want to increase this font size. To increase this font size, previously you have used H1 tag. Okay. So H1 tag, H1 is having its own size. Okay. You can't increase its default size. You can't decrease this default size. But instead of writing H1, the CSS is having one more property, that is font size. Font size. Okay. So font size we can give two ways. One is pixel way, one is another way. But I will go for pixel representation. When we learn font properties, I will tell you different ways. So I want to change it to 20 pixel. And this font size also change it to 20 pixel. I hope 20 is very small size. I want to change it to 40. Pixel. Green. Font size is to 40 pixel. Now see its output. Size increased?
Yes, sir.
Yes, size has increased. So this red color is not good, and least bother about this one. And in between these three, I have some dummy text. Least bother what the text is. Yeah. I will tell you this one later. Or this text, some dummy text as present between these two. We'll see its output. Dummy text is nothing but some information is present between this one. See, understand here, guys. How many times the same property is repeating?
3 times.
So same properties or any difference?
Same
property. No difference. But these are placed at different places. Yes or no? One is first line and next one is third line and next one is fifth line. These are placed at different lines. So I can't combine this as a single unit. Then what should I do? So how many times you are repeating this one? 3 times. Same property is repeating. So what I said, by introducing CSS, we are reducing some time or not? Yes. How do we do this one? By using internal. Okay. Now I will change it to internal. So what does this internal do? So in your program, in your entire program, the properties which are repeating multiple times, try to write them in internal. So if I write it in internal, what happens? You write only once. And if you use that property, this paragraph, so based on this paragraph, and these all are applied. These all properties are applied for which element? Paragraph element or any other elements? Paragraph or not? Yes. For this paragraph element, the same style is repeating multiple times. So this is one kind of what we call problem. It is not problem, guys. Writing multiple times. So instead of writing multiple times, I will migrate to internal. So what does internal do? So we will write these properties for this element only once in internal. Then what happens? That property, wherever use that property, can be applied for multiple times. We'll tell you how to write this one. Okay, now we are going for which type? Internal. So now you understand how to write inline. Now I will go for internal. If you want to write internal, you should aware of selectors, but I will tell you one type of selector, that is element selector, and we will learn that selectors later. Okay. So now I will tell you how to write inline. Sorry, what is this?
Internal.
Internal. See, if you want to write internal, you need to know the syntax. First one, internal style sheets, style format. We need to write in header tag. In header tag. Okay. And these all properties are enclosed in style element. Until rayali. So is it clear? So these properties we have to write in header tag. In header tag, we need to create one style tag. In the style tag, we need to write. Okay. Now we need to know the syntax of writing this one. So here I will tell you how to write this syntax. So first element name, and you need to use this flower brackets. You need to use this flower bracket and the property name, property name colon value. And if it contain multiple, then you need to use property name and values, and you need to enclose that. You need to differentiate both using semicolon only. Is it clear? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So as point of this syntax, what is meant by element name compared with this program? By using this program?
SR University.
No, ma. Element. Element is nothing but tag name.
Paragraph tag.
Paragraph tag. So properties is nothing but this color, background, and font size. Is it clear? Is it clear or not? Yes. Now I will go for how to write this one. See, what I do first one, I need to go for header tag. And what is my next aim? I need to write one sub tag, that is style. In this style tag, I need to write the properties. So this type of code is called as, this type of formatting is called as internal. Yes. So for which element you need to write these properties? For which element?
Paragraph.
So paragraph is nothing but P. Okay, and these all properties I need to enclose in between these flower brackets. And what are the common properties you are giving?
Color red, background color green, font size 40.
Color is red and background GROUND, background color is green and font size is 40 pixels. So how many times I have written these properties? Only one time. Yes or no? I have written one time at here. Next I will remove these common properties, guys. I won't write style at here because for this paragraph I have given properties. This one. Right. Now we'll see whether it has changed at here or not. Okay, you will get same response. So to know whether it has changed or not, I will change this color red to, tell me any other color?
Orange.
R-A-N-G. Orange is not valid.
Change the green, sir.
Green, background is green. Orange is also
yellow.
Yes. So it has applied.
No.
Is it changed or not? Color has changed or not?
Yes.
Okay. So better color is yellow.
Master.
Please mute yourself, guys. 1012. Okay. Now I have changed it to yellow, and we'll see the output whether it has changed or not. Yes. Is it changed or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So did you get one advantage at here? What is that? How many times you have written these properties?
One
Only
time.
time.
Used?
3 times.
3 times.
Is it possible to use only 3 times? If I use one more paragraph, is it applied or not?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Means writing once, using
Multiple
Many
times.
multiple times. So are you what we call saving the time to write same property multiple times or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So did you get first advantage? What is the
Yes,
first
sir.
advantage?
Time.
Saving time. Okay. So save time. We have seen this advantage or not? Yes. Next I will tell you maintenance easy. So here this color is yellow, guys, and background is green. I have shown the same thing to my superior. So he suggested me to change. Sir, could you change this background green color to red color? Is it possible or not? Yes, this what we call request I have taken from my superior. Then what I do, I need to modify my entire code. No, just I will go to this color and I will change this yellow, not this color, background color.
Green.
Is green to, tell me any other color. You are my superiors. You are suggesting me to change to some other color. So which color is suitable? Red.
Red.
I am writing red. Okay. Now see. Is it modified?
Yes, sir.
So maintenance is easy or not?
Yes, sir.
Did I take any long risk? Very long time?
No.
Just within spontaneous, I can change my code. Maintenance, like that, you can easily maintain your HTML code. So this is the another advantage. So is it clear, guys? So inline. How do we write inline? How do we write inline? First, what is the type? What is the first type of CSS?
Inline.
Inline.
So how do we write inline CSS?
In same line, we use all attributes.
But what is the limitation to that one? So that property can apply only once for that
Single
element.
line.
For that element only it will apply. But if you want to repeat that multiple times, same property, if you want to use multiple times, you need to repeat that code. But is it mandatory to repeat? Can we go for?
No, we go for internal.
Yes, we will go for internal. So by using that internal, we get one advantage, that is easy maintenance, and next one is
Saving time.
saving time. And next I will go for this internal to external. So one thing you need to understand, this is logical implementation, guys. See, I have 3 files. This is home.html, homepage.html. Okay. And next one, I have another web page. This another web page is about.html. Okay. And I have another web page. This is registration.html. Okay. So these are the 3 pages. When you go for this, these all are belonging to one website. These all are belonging to one website, and this website is SR University website. Okay, so when you open your website, can you see this kind of multiple web pages or not? When you click on about page will display. When you click on home page will display. When you click on registration page will display. And when you open login page will display. So like that, multiple pages belonging to one organization. Can you see this type of codes or not? Can you see this one or not? Yes. See, understand the concept at here, guys. See, when you go for these all pages is having one common property, that is text is displaying with 10 pixel size, and the color of this text is red color. Similarly, when you go for this web page about.html, this text size is 10 pixel. And color is red. And the same property repeated for registration, same property is repeated for login page. See, this thing is present at my web pages. So how many times common property repeating in these pages? How many times you are repeating?
4 times.
4 times. 4 times same property or not? But these all are same programs or different programs? These 4 are different programs. Is there any relation between login and home.html?
No.
No relation. These all are independent web pages, but only one common property is these all are belonging to SR University web page only. SR University website. So here, when you have common properties among the multiple files, you are repeating this same thing multiple number of times. So do I need to write this one multiple times? No. Using external style sheet, you have to write. What is the one advantage of CSS? Are you reducing the time to save the program or not? Implement the program or not?
Yes, sir.
But are you saving time at here? No, I am repeating same thing multiple number of times. So how did you say this is saving time? No. So for this case, we have another mechanism, that is external style sheet. What is that one? External style sheet. I will tell you how to write external style sheet. So I won't write this common property multiple times, guys. I won't write this one multiple times. Okay. So instead of that, I will write one program. This program name is, and this is .css file. Okay. .css file. What is the common property repeating among these all? Will write only one time at here. Element and properties. Okay. And I will connect this one with this all files. Okay. Just I will make a connection. I will make a connection with this one. Is it clear? Is it clear or not?
Yes,
Did you
sir.
understand this diagram? How many times you are writing this property?
Only once.
One time. But using?
4 times.
4 times. Very simple example, real world example, guys. See, if you go for your home, okay? So your family, your home having 4 rooms. When it contains 4 rooms, will you what we call construct 4 water tanks or 1 water tank?
1 water tank, sir.
1 water tank connecting to 4 rooms. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Same thing. So these all are 4 different pages having same properties, common thing. So why do I need to go for these 4 same properties multiple times? I will write only once. We'll connect these 4 this property to this 4 times. Is it clear? See, we will go for this type of example, guys. We will go for this type of example. Okay. Right. Now, this is, I will save this program, guys. So here, this file name, this is a.html. I will create 4 files, a.html, b.html, c.html, d.html. So observe here. I will minimize this one. See, file, save as, same thing, a.html. And I will change it to all text files, and I have saved this one. And another program, save as, this file name is b.html. Can you see this response immediately or not? Are you seeing changes immediately or taking any time? No response. So c.html.
Changing immediately.
Very good. And if you give response, then I can understand whether you are listening or not. And
Okay.
this one is d.html, and we'll see the output. So I will remove unnecessary things from this also. Right. So among these, what are our requirements? So I will remove everything from here. So this is not necessary. And it is not necessary. No need. No need. Yes, we will see these 4 outputs. This is a.html. See here at the end, you observe this one, a.html. And I will open this b.html. So now it is b.html. And this is c.html. And this is d.html. So can you see these 4 things? This is a.html. This is b. This is c. And this is d.html. These 4 files. These 4 files is having common properties, different properties.
Common properties.
Common properties. So do I need to write this common property multiple times? No, I won't write. Only I will write once. We'll see. So before that, I need to remove these all properties from these all files, guys. So I forgot to do that one. So open with. So I will remove this line paragraph. And I have saved this one. We'll see a.html. So I have removed property like that it has displayed. But b.html having same property. So I will change, I will open this one. What I need to open? b.html. So for b.html, I have removed this property. And similarly, c.html also want to remove. It has saved. Next, d.html. Yes, I have removed these all properties and we'll see the output. So a.html property does not apply. b.html no property. c.html no property. d.html no property. Okay. So just I have removed this all, guys. Just understand this concept. Now I have created 4 files. Okay, the squares are HTML programs and the circle is CSS. So 4 files has created. This is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. All are .html extensions. Now created. Did you give any properties to this one? No, I did not give any property. That's why it has printed like this. Now what is my thing? From this all these 4, this SR University properties want to be changed. So what I need to do? I need to write in these 4 pages. Instead of writing in 4 pages, I will create one external CSS. Okay. Now I am going to write this one. Okay. See, listen. How do I write? File, open, not open, file, new file, new file. So this is empty file and I need to write properties. So how do I write properties? The same way. How did you write in the style tag? That same thing you have to write. So paragraph, this paragraph, what are our requirements for this paragraph? What are my requirements? Color, red, and background color yellow, and font size 40 pixel. Okay, and how do I save this one? So this file you need to save with a .css extension. .css extension. We'll see how do I save. See file, save as. So this one is this file name is mystyles, TYLES, mystyles.css, and change it to all files and save. I have saved this one. So when you see this one in your what is that folder, so the text document will display. With the text document, you can see one gear notation, gear symbol. Do you know gear symbol? Settings. Okay, like that you can see one gear symbol. Let us check whether it will display or not. So for that, we will go for our program, not this one. Yes. Here, can you see mystyles.css with the text box with gear symbol?
Yes.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
This gear notation will display. This is CSS file. This is abc.html. See, tell me, if I update this one, can this properties applies? So if I update this one, so I am unable to see its output. Why? Why?
We doesn't link it them, no, sir.
Yes, very good, guys. I did not give any link between these files. Okay, my next job is I need to give the link. Okay, so I will tell you how to give the link. So to give the link, we need to go for one attribute, that is link attribute. What is that attribute? Link attribute. We'll see.
In HTML, we used anchor tag, no, sir. href.
Yes. That link is different and this link is different. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now, in all this, for how many files I need to link? 4 files. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I will tell you how to write link of that one. So to make a link, you need to go for link, link attribute, which contain 3 attributes. First one is rel, and next one is href, and next one is style. Wait, we'll see. Relation. type href. Okay. So rel, href and type. These things we need to give, guys. Okay. So order is this one, type. So these three attributes we need to give for this link. Okay. So what are the values I need to assign? This relation, in relation, you need to write style sheet. Okay, this is direct value. No need to modify anything. This is common value you need to assign for this relation. And type, you need to give text or CSS. Okay, text or CSS. And href is the main attribute. For this href, you need to give your CSS file name. Okay, what I need to give it here? CSS file name. So what is our CSS file name?
A.html.
Amma, CSS file
My
name.
styles.
My style.
mystyles.css. So this is the syntax. So I will write my own thing. rel equal to style style sheet and the type equal to text or CSS. This is common thing for every HTML. And href equal to my style. Did I give any space with? Wait, guys.
Yes, sir.
Style. Did you understand this one? mystyle.css. You need to put like this. Can you see this one? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
This line, where do I write this line? In CSS or these files?
In CSS. Sir.
See, CSS, I need to connect this CSS to this all files. So I need to write in these 4 files. I will write this line in 4 lines, then this property will apply. Okay, see that one. Now, just I have created CSS. Wait, clear everything. Now, no file has linked with this CSS. So I cannot see this response. Now you understand, guys. So I will open which file? b.html. I am opening b.html. So in remove this style tag, no need of this style. So I am writing link rel equal to style sheet and type equal to text or CSS and href equal to mystyles.css. mystyles spelling name sorry, mystyles styles. See, this name must be matched. sty styles mystyles.css. Now this CSS link connected to how many programs?
4
How many
programs.
programs? Among these 4, how many links I have given?
B. Only 1 link.
Only 1. So can I see its response in A? No. Can I see response in B? Is it applied or not?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
What about B? C? No.
Not up.
What about D? No. Then what I need to do? I need to add this line in how many files? These 4 files.
Remaining
Okay.
3.
So I will change this to next. I am adding to a.html. Just remove these styles and replace with this link. I'm not doing anything much. Just I'm copy pasting that same line. Next, d.html. I will open this one. Right. Now, can I see its response in all files or not? A.html, B.html, C.html, D.html. Okay. Did you understand the advantage of external style sheet?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What this external style sheet do? How many times you are writing this one? How many
Only
times
one.
you have written this paragraph property?
One time, sir.
One time. But used in multiple times in same file, multiple times in multiple files or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I will tell you one thing. You need to tell which type is best one. Okay, so how many types of CSS we have? 3 types. First one is inline, next one is internal, and third one is external.
External.
Okay, I will tell you some case studies. You need to tell which is the best one, guys. See, I am creating one website. Website means which contain multiple things. Okay. So among this is my website. So this website is SR University. SR University website. See, I want to use one property only once in my entire website. So which is the best one? I have to use one property only once in my entire web page.
Inline, sir.
Very good. Inline is best. I want to use one property, okay, multiple times in multiple files. I want to use one property. That property want to be used multiple times among multiple files.
External, sir.
External. Very good. So did you understand when do we go for which type of CSS?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Next, one more thing, one property I want to use that one in multiple number of times in one file.
Internal.
Okay. So here I want to ask you one question. I want to design one website. So when I want to design website, so can I give priority for external, internal, or inline? I want to design one website, SR University website. Or you can see one thing that is many websites we have. So can I give priority for external or internal or inline?
External, sir.
External. Very good. Because so when you go for website, so some common property may repeat multiple number of times. Then obviously you should give priority for external. Okay. So when you want to design one page, you go for internal. When you want to develop website, you go for external. When you want to create one thing one time in entire website, go for internal. Inline. Very good. See, I will show you one example, real-time example, whether this web pages is having CSS or not. See, I will open one website. This is, what is that? Okay, our SR ENGI Engineering College. This website we have. And when I click on this, you can see this website. Can you see this website or not? Can you see this one or not? On my browser.
Yes, sir.
Yes. See, observe one thing. I will click on this about. Okay. And academics, all are multiple pages. Business management. So here, when you observe this logo, it is common for everything or not?
Yes, sir.
Will you get any changes at here, logo? You can't see any changes. That is common thing. And text, you observe this text font is also same. Okay, here this is home page. When I go for home page, see, observe this this one. So this one, and I will go for workshop. See this text size, and go for placements, and go for general text. This is general text placements. See, it is loading somewhat late. So these all are pics only. So can you find some same properties among multiple files or not? Then obviously which contains CSS. Now I need to know whether CSS are present for this website or not. For that, just right click on this one and see the view inspect element. So when you click on inspect, you can see this right side code. Okay, and I will tell you these classes. Okay, I will tell you how to write these classes. But source security console, work performance, memory, application. See head. See, can you see this link line? Can you see this link line?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
What is this link? CSS. Yes or no? What type
Yes,
of
sir.
Yes,
CSS?
sir.
See, observe this one. href : some location bootstrap.min.css. Can you see this .css file or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now I want to see what are the properties as assigned. See, font size. Did you learn this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, display. We will learn these concepts later. Box sizing. We will see this one later. And see, HTML means for enter HTML page or not? Can you see these
Yes, sir.
elements? Can you see these elements? Link,
Yes, sir.
HTML, element style, and when I click on somewhere else, this NAV. Okay, navigator bar, margin border, border top, font size, line weight, line spacing, font family. We will learn this all later, one after other. Position, right, left, Z. Can you see these all properties or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So is our pages containing CSS? Is it contain CSS or not?
Yes, sir.
So this is the way. Every website without CSS, no website will create. View page source. If you click view page source, you will get much confusing. Here, this is the code of your program. Our website code. Can you see this all? So in future, you have to write this type of coding. Right. So is it clear? These three types of CSS are clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. So now we will go for what are the things we have learned in today's class. Yes, so CSS, and where did you write CSS? In the HTML code or not? In HTML code, or did you write any separate code for this one?
HTML.
So did you give additional features or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And did you save the time or not?
Yes, sir.
Maintenance is easy or not? Yes. Platform. Next, we need to see this platform independence. Try to open in Windows environment or any other environment. It will open multiple devices. Write this program in your system and send that file to your mobile and check whether it is opening in mobile or not. Okay. Next, superior style we can give. And we have learned types of CSS, inline CSS, internal and external style sheet. So inline, in the same line, we will write to HTML element directly. Internal, so we will write the CSS in internal by using which tag? Which tag you used to write internal?
Style tag.
Style tag. And external, when do we go for external?
Link.
When do we go for external?
Same features in multiple files multiple times.
Okay, very good. Inline. So is this syntax for inline or not? Just I have given this is tag name, but it is HTML tag. Both are same or not? A style, property, value. When it is one property, when it contain multiple properties, you need to go for this approach multiple ways. And text is nothing but something. And this is the thing we have learned in today's class also with example. Internal, we will write style tag and we need to write selector and property and value. We need to give like this. When it is multiple, then you go for multiple. So I have given example using paragraph, but which contain using what is this? H3, H1, H2, H3 tag. Next, external style sheet. So common property repeat in multiple, then we need to go for this external file name mystyles.css. You have to write this one in one file and you need to connect to every file using this line. Did you see this line?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Next, CSS selectors. In the next class, we will go for this selector type. So actually, while I am teaching, you need to identify some limitations of that, but you did not identify them. I will tell you again limitations. Even you have written in same property multiple times, even we have some limitations to this. I will tell you what are the limitations of this one and we'll solve that limitations using these remaining types of selectors. Among that, we have learned this element selector. Okay, and I will tell you what is element selector, ID selector, class selector later. Okay, 1211. I will share these PPTs in Canvas, no issue. Okay, but I won't provide this entire material. I will provide till today's class. And practice. If you practice, then only you understand how to develop websites. Otherwise, without creating website, writing big program is also wastage, guys. If your application want to execute, so you are writing programs in C, C++, Java, these all programs. At last, you need to represent that using websites only. Okay, so again, you need to implement this front-end design. If you design front-end, front-end design, then only end users will satisfy and will communicate with you, your programs. And element selectors completed. And these things we need to learn in the coming classes.
Sir, will you share recording classes, sir?
Yes, I will share recording classes in Canvas also.
Okay, sir.
So I recorded this one. And any more doubts, guys, from this?
No, sir.
No problems. And did you submit your assignment? So
Yes, sir.
Canvas dot. See, many students are asking me how to upload that one. See, very simple, guys. The way how you have assigned, the how you forwarded, that same way it will forward. These people, see, when you click on this assignment, so this is administrator view, my view. So here I have attached this one. If you fail to download this one, so when you click on this one, automatically it will download. Okay, next I will show you your point of view, how it will display. So I am faculty and I am student to this one. See, I hope you can see this window from your end, this side, this type of window. Okay. So when you click on this assignment, and you can see this one, when you click it here, automatically it will download. See, can you see this download tab at here?
Yes, sir.
Just to open this one. So just to open this one, next just I asked you to create one GDB link and paste over here. See, and many students are forwarding with the same name only. Name of the student, just I have given SR University, change it to your name. Don't send SR University as it is. Rule number, this last 4 digits will change. That is the reason why I have written all X. You need to change it to your own name and paste your online GDB link at here. Many people are saying I unable to update this one. Can I able to update or not? Yes, I can update this one. And just paste it here, your link. And one more thing. So when you click on assignment submission at this one, you can see 2 tabs over here. One is file upload, next one is Google Doc. So I did not ask you to upload Google Doc. Just click on file upload. You can see one button over here. This is choose file. When I click on this choose file, so it will navigate to your My Computer. So select desktop and something. Just here nothing. Assignment 1 is there. Next, open. When you click on open, then you can see assignment 1 doc. Next, when you click on submit button, when you click on submit assignment, automatically submitted. And if you want to write any comment, you write over here. So if you have any doubts or getting any problem with uploading, just send me comment. Okay, next I will see that comment and will tell you what is the solution for that. And one more thing, guys. See, after completion of submission, so I will give some comments like this. So either suggestion or anything I will write. At least one line I will write related to your assignment. So assignment speed encoder. See, here I have written like this. See, you have downloaded first and third program. See, this is not good way. See here, Benjamin. So is this person belonging to your class? I hope no. So this program are correct, but you try to avoid break tag in table content, use padding, de-align and align to print information in table. So did you see this comment? So like this, I will give some comments related to your program. Just read that one. Sometimes I will write suggestions. Sometimes I will write content related to your program. So if you you can send comment to this one, and otherwise you can leave it. Okay, so don't blindly submit and leave it. Is it clear? Okay. Right, any more doubts related to today's class? Hello?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Okay, ma. Very good. Right. So if you have any doubts, you can ask. Otherwise, log out this class.
Sir, once can you show the example of assignment second question, sir?
Wait, what is that? You need to, so example, wait, I will show. This is your aim.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So see guys, I will write in online compiler. Just observe this one. Online GDB. See, I will write these two side by side. See, this is HTML program. Yes or no? Hello. Who
Yes,
is that? Tell me your name.
sir, Muzamil, sir.
1040.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Muzamil.
Yes, sir.
Right. I will write only body tag. No. Basic things I am writing. Body tag. So what is this body tag basically contain? One field set or not? Outer field set.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I am writing FIELD field set. And I have closed field set FIELD SET field set. So why it is not giving output means because I did not select proper language. So here if you select language, then you can see some end tags automatically. Yes, color code also changed. Yes, field set has created. Next, when you go for this one, this is not two field set. This is one table. This is one table contain two columns of data.
Yes, sir.
Left one is one field set and right one is another field set. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I will tell you how to write this one. So this is field set. What this field set contain? One table. Table starting and ending. How many rows it has?
One row, sir.
Yes, table row. Started and ended. How many columns it contain?
Two columns, sir.
So first table data and so wait. And next table data. So two columns it has created. Okay. And what is this outer field set legend? Oh, sorry. What is the outer field set caption? Personal details or not? So here LEGEND legend PERSONAL personal details. So see its output. So personal details has displayed, but no table has displayed, but structure I have created. Why it is not showing? Because I did not write anything. So in this table data, what you have to write? This another one more table, this one more caption or not? Field set or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So here FIELD field set and this field set. What is this field set caption?
Address details.
So address details, and write these two things. So you can go for one more table or you can go for general thing. So here this is city, input type equal to text, and you have to write name equal to what is this city. So I will increase this size, city. And next one, zip code. What is this? Did I write zip code? Yes, zip code. So input type equal to text and name equal to zip code. Okay. Run this one. Yes. Can you see this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes. If you want to move to the next line, you have to, most of the people are writing break tag at here. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So I ask you, instead of writing break tag, you write one more table inside this. Okay. But for easy way, I am writing break. So left side is clear or not?
Yes, sir.
And next, similarly, right side also you need to write the same thing. This table thing. Just copy this field set and write in between these two. One more field set will print. Can you see this both?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is the way you need to write.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay,
Sir,
I won't share this code. This is assignment. If I give this one as it is, you will copy paste. I know that. If you want, you can take screenshot or something you do.
sir, in the
I won't share
question,
this one.
sir, in the question,
Manually, you have to write this code. Okay.
sir,
Uh,
in the question for zip code, the text size is small, no, sir. How can we make it?
yes, you can reduce that size. No need of that one. Size specifies how many characters of length you want to show, that you need to write. Because we are going to reduce them, we are getting these all properties using CSS. That's why I did not tell you. We can do many things. So still it is loading. If you write size, then you can see its output. So who is that? Right. So it is loading, guys. See, write this one, size. You can see that size is reduced. Is it okay? Did you copy this code? Hello? Can you hear me?
Sir,
Did you copy this code or not?
yes, sir.
Yes. So can I close today's session?
Sir, once give example about first assignment also, sir.
This is first assignment only.
No, sir, first question.
First question. What about first one? Yes. So what it is actually, this is one table. Actually, how many columns of data it has? First column, second column, third column, fourth column. 4 columns of data. Okay. And how many rows it has?
4.
This is first row, this is second row, and this is third row. No breaks at here. This is fourth row, this is fifth row. 5 rows it has. Okay. So first row is independent, second row is independent, third row is also independent, fourth row independent, fifth row independent. But when you go for fifth row, which is combining how many columns?
4.
4.
4 columns. Means which span it is?
Call span.
Row span, call span.
Call span.
All span.
So when you go for this row, you have to write only one table data. You do not have multiple table data. Only one time, one row you write, and remaining all will be assigned with this one. Next step. So this one is same. And when you go for this, can you tell what are the additional things it has? Is it row span, call span?
Row span.
Row span. How many rows?
2.
2 rows. Okay. And tell me. So how many row spans it has?
3. No,
This
sir,
one.
2.
2 only. But what are these rows? Third row, fourth row. Okay. This one, second row, third row. This is common row, and which contain nested table also. Which contain nested table also. Is it clear?
Sir, in third column,
Third column, yes.
I am getting row to nested table 1 and the below table is in one row only.
One row. I hope you did not use table. One more. This is nested table. Table inside another table.
Half of the table, half of the is upper row and half of the is below row I am getting, sir.
So here, whatever the program you have written, send me online GDB link. I will tell you the solution for that.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So to my WhatsApp, you ping me. So I will tell you what is the mistake you have done in that program, and I will clear that one.
Okay, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Any more doubt from this? And don't go for online sources. Try to write your own program. If you get any doubt, feel free to ask me. Okay, but don't go for online course and don't copy. So if you copy, then what happens? Your assignment and you will get marks, but you do not get the concept. Is it clear?
Online means we should not use GDB, sir. We should use Notepad, sir.
No, I am saying don't download these codes from internet.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Right, try to write. Even it is mistake, you ask me, I will tell you. So if even you get mistake answer, you try to submit that answer. I will tell you the solution, and you can contact me independently. Okay, call me. I will tell you what is the problem you are facing and how to solve that problem. I will tell you everything. Okay. Right, guys. I am closing today's session. Can I close or any more doubts?
Close, sir.
Okay. Thank you, ma. Bye. Meet you on Monday, I hope.